onion, olive oil, preferably basil, but like some kind of like parsley or cilantro or basil or something on there. And then do whatever else. And
olive oil.
it's a spicy bagel.
Olive oil.
Olive oil. Oil olive. Yeah! Girl, I'm nuts, nuts, nuts for your guts, guts, guts. Girl, I'm nuts, nuts, nuts for your guts, guts, guts. I don't know what I do if I couldn't cut into you. I'm in love with you, and what that entails is me ripping myself up like the mummy with your entrails. Cause I'm nuts, nuts, nuts for your guts, guts, guts. Girl, I'm nuts, nuts, nuts for your guts, guts, guts. I don't know what I do if I couldn't cut into
Christmas with Cookie.
Oh, we're recording? God damn it.
All the Christmases
happens,
with Cookie. We're doing them here on out, no matter how bad they are.
I think there's only one more.
Christmas cookie?
Yeah, I think there's 3 total.
There is, but it's like a 17-minute short. I don't care about that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
the watching or whatever it's called?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're done.
All right. Well, there you go, folks. We're done.
Amityville. Christmas with Cookie.
Amityville with cookie?
Yes.
I wish. That would be great, actually. Yeah, Christmas with Cookie.
He's just like, house, house, house. What's with all the house?
That's exactly what he would say.
The whole for 30 fucking minutes.
He would say, house, house, house. What's with all the house?
It's exactly what that asshole would do. He's such a piece of shit.
Dude, I came into this shit.
I was so excited.
Cookie.
I was like so excited. I was like, dude, this is gonna be like the most fun episode in a while. I was like, we're gonna get to experience Cookie again. We're just gonna get to like hang out, vibe. It's gonna be a great time.
That's what I thought.
It's turned into the worst experience of my life.
It's been pretty terrible. It's been pretty terrible.
Oh, we're just getting into this? Yeah, I think we're going.
Yeah,
This has to be
this is the episode.
This has to be the intro. Hey, tough guy, can you pull up Patreon real quick and see if there's any Patreons that we have to thank? Before we like got into the episode, I did want to go through like just kind of like an overview of what we've done like in the Patreon over the month of November, you know?
Yeah.
Because we just came back. We just started doing Patreon again. You know, we took like a month break of that after we came back. And then we came back, and I think we went pretty hard. You know, we missed the commentary. We did record one, actually, but it was already too late in the month by the time I realized that I should have uploaded it. It was me and a tough guy. We did How Awful About Alan. That's that Anthony Perkins movie. Terrible.
Oh, okay.
It was not fun at all. Like, I had no fun with that movie. Like, it was probably the worst experience I've had until I watched this in the past couple months.
Okay.
Watching something. But yeah, we've done a lot of cool stuff on Patreon. What were your favorite things that we did so far?
Oh, I'm just excited to have turned the page in the Twilight Zone. And
Season 2,
Season 2 is underway.
Season 2. It only took like 3 or 4 years. Me and Bree were doing it. I was doing it with guest hosts for a while. You've been doing them with me like steady for a bit. So I mean, we finally Twilight Zone has been through some shit, but
what's happening?
I'm excited, and I think soon we're gonna start doing those probably like every week or every like couple weeks or something like that. Yeah. Mike, a little closer, James. I think you're a little bit far. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. We did, I think the last Tales that was released, let me see. I don't know if that was the one with me and you or with me and Kim. But we also did Blood and Blood Out.
We did do Blood and Blood Out for Patreon. I forgot about that.
Awesome.
I forgot that that's what we did that for.
Well, because you also kind of did a Patreon with Kim.
Yeah.
The Jim and Kim radio show.
Yeah.
That isn't out yet. That's going to be coming out like real soon, like probably around the time that this episode's out, maybe even when this episode is out. But yeah, the Jim and Kim radio show.
Jim and Kim in the morning, man.
That's good stuff. Jim and Kim in the morning. That's good stuff. We watched the Amityville Thanksgiving trailer 3 times. Did I tell you about that? I told Tough Guy. That was not planned.
Okay.
3. I was there for all 3.
Wow.
I think Neo was there for 2 of them. Tough Guy was there for 1 or 2 of them. One. He was there for
just
1. He was there for 1. Maybe 2. I was there for all 3, 100%.
Jeez.
The first one, it looks like the first one was just me and you, I think. Yeah, it was just me and you that watched it. And then it was me, Kim, and Nia.
and then I think me, Tough Guy, Kim, and Nia watched it like the night before we did it again.
Oh yeah.
So it happened 3 times, and I remember every time I was like, I don't think I did this, so we're just gonna do it. So I uploaded 2 to Patreon, and then one of them went along with the Amityville Thanksgiving video, because at that point I was like, well, I'm just gonna put it somewhere else.
It's a little
too.
bonus content. Yeah, it's
just
perfect.
Trailers everywhere. And speaking of trailers, there's more trailers. I mean, we're starting to do the trailers for all the movies we're watching again, so that's gonna happen for this one, Christmas with Cookie. What was this? Oh, Amityville with Kim, a video episode. Oh, that deleted Scream episode that we did.
Yes.
That's on the Horse Soup Patreon now. So there was kind of like, I think I accidentally did that. I accidentally uploaded like 2 bonus episodes to
a Halloween party
thing. But, that was a fun one.
It's great.
That was a fun one. And
Good times.
I think that probably pretty much wraps it up for all of the stuff. Oh, Kim made us watch the Cry Wolf trailer. There was a day where Kim was just sitting in the room just making us watch trailers for tons of movies that we've already seen.
That's great.
She was like, oh, no, this is good. Just wait for this part. She always does that. When you've already seen something a million times, she's like, oh, just wait for this part. Wait for this part. It's really good. She did that when she came over and she made me watch I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. I was like, you paid me to cover this on the show like 2 years ago? And then I've seen the movie multiple times since. She's like, no, just wait. This is the best part. This is the best part. Like, God damn it. She's like me, like when I'm watching Spider-Man 3 for like the 700th time.
Yeah.
To myself. Like, I don't know, man. I don't need another me on my shoulder.
I think that's what the whole podcast is.
Yeah, you're right. It's just a bunch of little me's on my shoulder yelling at me. God damn it. Well, Kim is the worst. That's a pretty good overview of all the stuff we did on Patreon. How long did that take? Did we just talk about that for way too long? Did we get to the... About 4 minutes. Oh, okay. That's a while, honestly, but... Did you get to the things? Did you get to the Patreon, people? How do you get to it? Shit. Oh, God, we're in a whole nother... we're going to do it the next episode because we're in a...
What are you talking about?
No, there's a whole... The Tough Guy... We're going to need to teach Tough Guy some stuff later.
You know what? I pulled up Patreon.
Yeah, I know.
Here it is.
But there's a
Horse
lot...
Soup, Patreon.
You're actually looking at the Horse Soup Patreon, but you're on the Scream Patreon account. So we're like 10 steps back right now. So
How are we 10?
We're like 10 steps back right now. So we're just going to thank the Patrons on the next episode.
Right.
Thank you, Patreons.
If you're a Patreon donor, all of you, thank you.
Yeah.
But we'll thank specific ones in the next episode. But yeah, if you guys want to check out all of that stuff and get thanked on an episode, patreon.com/horrorsoup. I promise we're not going to do like this long form like Patreon thing like every single episode, but
we're gonna do it. We're gonna be really annoying about it and be like, but Patreon.
See, but that we can't do all that. So, but I will say that we might do this like maybe every month or so, just to do like an overview of everything that happened like the month before,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Because I feel like we never really talk about the Patreon stuff, or we do at the end and we're just like, hey, there's stuff there, like go check it out. But really, like I do genuinely think we do a lot of cool stuff on Patreon. And a lot of the stuff that, like, I do want to do on the main feed, but I feel like it just doesn't translate as well, to, like, a podcast and trying to, like, retain listeners and hold them and have them all the time. So, like, Patreon, even though it is a bonus content thing in the way it's, like, you guys donate and, we put out bonus content for it, I also see it as a way to, like, just do cool stuff, just fun stuff.
For sure.
Just like watch some shit, mess around, like the Tales from the Crypt and Twilight Zone episodes I love doing.
Yeah.
The bonus episodes, like we're gonna start doing fun stuff with that, like ski movies.
I can't wait to do ski
movies. And we're just gonna
do ski movies all winter long.
Well, we're just gonna do one like for the month of December anyway, like just on the main feed. But like after that, so we're not just doing a ton of movies that aren't horror movies on this feed. Those are going to Patreon.
Perfect.
So, ski movies, man. But yeah, that's all on patreon.com/horrorsoup. Doing cool stuff there. Today, we're not talking about cool stuff. We're talking about just a horrific event. This is actually like an inception of a movie. Very confusing movie. I don't even know where to start because I want to start with I thought this was going to be fun. I thought this was going to be a very good time. We watched Christmas with Cookie 2 years ago, apparently. I thought it was a year ago.
2 years.
2 years ago, we watched a movie called Christmas with Cookie. What's this guy's name again? Alex McSoney?
Alan something.
Did I say Alex again?
Yeah.
I don't remember his name. The guy that made this, we thought he was all right. He plays Cookie. There was another guy involved with this, Sean Schminke. So it's Sean Schminke and Alan Maxon. Maxon was his last name. They made a movie called, I think Schminke did the other one with him too. I'm looking at the credits for the current one. That's why I'm like all over the place with this. But I know it's the same guy as before with a little exception that we're going to talk about in a second.
Yeah.
They made this movie called Christmas with Cookie. It was just goofy. It was kind of fun. You know, there was some fun jokes. The guy was like on a moon in like an animated little hut.
Yep.
It was just
Lean-to.
interesting. He was telling Christmas stories. It was fun.
It was awesome.
That's kind of how this one started again. And I don't know why, but the second it started, it felt off.
It was wrong.
It wasn't the same.
It was wrong. I don't know if it's the set. You would think that they would be able to pretty much replicate it, but I don't think they did. I think they built a new one, and it just didn't mesh right. There was something wrong about it.
Yeah, it wasn't hitting.
No.
And then once it's like starts, and you get a couple minutes into it, and he starts telling his story and everything, you quickly realize that this is not going to be a fun ride. 5 minutes in, you really realize it's not going to be a fun ride. 10 minutes in, I was already done.
I would be completely shocked if anyone makes it 10 minutes.
Even like if I don't know how this conversation is going to go, I feel like it's going to be terrible. Even if this conversation goes all right and some things in this movie sound funny, I feel like if anyone turned this on and actually tried to watch it, there's just nothing fun about it.
No.
Imagine watching a movie, but there's someone standing right next to you and their mouth is pressed directly to your ear and they're just relaying what happens in every scene over to you.
It's like,
and then they're also just blowing raspberries in your ear. And just like because that's a real thing that happens. And making fucking fart noises. They're like, hey, this guy's walking down the street. Because it's not even just like they're giving you like plot stuff and explain the plot of the movie to you. I mean, they're doing that.
Yeah.
But they're also just going, hey, what do you really like that steering wheel, huh? You like that steering wheel? Walk. You're walking all the time. That is exactly what's going on with this movie. Cookie, before, he would introduce a story, and he was like, okay, I'm going to tell you a story. And then it, like, you know, it's an age-old tale. You know, you got, like, you got a fucking, like, kid in a bed or something, you know, and the fucking grandpa walks over, it's Christmas, and they're like, I'm going to tell you a story, kiddo.
Yeah.
And then he starts telling the story, and he's not there anymore. Like, the story tells itself. That's how a fucking movie works with a Christmas story. But instead, the story starts going, and Cookie is just talking the whole time. And it's not like every so often, he is just screaming the whole fucking time. And it's like cutting back and forth from the movie to him half of the time. And then even when it's not, they'll just be like, oh, okay, so how's it going? And he's just like, ha ha ha, this dumb idiot asked how it's going. Put a cookie in your mouth. That's all that's happening for an hour and like 13 minutes.
Yeah. So it's actually, you are not this type of movie watcher, but it's what I would imagine a lot of people think you are.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people would take what you just said and be like, oh, so it's like watching a movie with Caleb. Watching a movie with Caleb is not like that, but I can understand how people would believe that it's like that.
What's watching a movie with me like? We got Tough Guy dying in the back. I get what you mean about people thinking.
I feel like people would think that they're like, oh, this is just Caleb blowing raspberries in my ear while I'm trying to watch a movie.
Yeah.
That's what it feels.
I 100% get that someone would get that vibe from me, but I want to know what I actually am like to watch a movie with. Tough Guy's losing his shit in the back. This is actually what I've wanted in a producer the whole time.
I don't know why he's on the floor
this is
right
my
now,
favorite
but
part about
Jesus fuck.
Actually, maybe his mic isn't muted right now. I think he's laughing directly into it. I was gonna say my favorite part of having a producer is when like their mic is muted and they're just like laughing their ass off in the back and you can hear it through our mics. But I think he just unmuted himself to scream in the mic. I don't know what's going on. He pressed the button like 9 times now, so I think he's figuring it out as he goes.
No, at this point, watching a movie with you is just halfway through you getting up and cooking for everyone. You never watch the movie.
Hold up, because those were actually bomb bagels, though, for real. Those are, yeah.
I liked them.
Dude, the time you left that chicken for me, that was, man.
Oh yeah, I didn't even try that chicken. You keep telling me it was good.
Dude, fire.
You're actually right. I guess I didn't realize
This
that.
is becoming a reoccurring pattern.
Yeah, that does happen every time, huh?
You never finish a movie in your own goddamn
Well,
house.
it's because I get hungry. Like I have full intention of finishing it, but I need a snack.
That was just the most dumbass answer.
It's true.
Well, it's because I get hungry.
Well, you get hungry, you gotta feed.
Fucking Kelso over here.
You gotta feed yourself. You gotta eat. You know, because food. Okay, I don't know where I left off, but you know what I want to say. This guy Sean Schminke. So he is one of the directors on this. I don't know. I don't remember if he is on the first one or not. I'm pretty sure he is. But he's a VFX editor on like a ton of shit, like a bunch of really good TV shows, movies. Like, okay, just looking at it, Arrow, Supergirl,
Oh my God.
Grey's Anatomy pops up, American Housewife. We got Swamp Thing,
So yeah, a lot of
Jojo
DC
Rabbit.
stuff.
Yeah, Jojo Rabbit.
Okay.
Fucking you.
Me?
The Netflix TV show. Yeah, he did visual effects on Your Titties.
Holy shit.
MacGyver. I mean, yeah, dude, a bunch of shit. And I'm just wondering, was he training at all when this movie was made? Because this movie looks like shit.
Well, and then Alan, who I guess doesn't have a ton of role in this film, apparently he's credited.
Well, he's Cookie, right?
He is Cookie. He's
So,
Cookie,
Yeah. Oh, but he's also like
but he's not
one
really
other
in
guy,
Locked
right?
Away.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right there. Canoer number 3, Alan Maxon.
Okay. Yeah.
But I just, he's like, look at this guy.
Okay. Yeah. What about him? He looks like a werewolf,
Right?
Or Wolverine, but like
I was
Dollar
just so
Tree Wolverine.
shocked when I saw him outside of the Cookie makeup. And then
Oh, you're right, because that's Cookie.
that's Cookie.
You're right. I keep saying that, but I'm not like putting that into perspective.
And
that,
also he does all these like mocap for creature features, like the fucking Godzilla movies and shit.
yeah. And he's the mouth of the Ginger Weed Man and the Ginger Dead Man in like 3 or 4 of the movies.
Yeah, man. He's got some
So-
crazy credits.
Yeah, they have some interesting credits. I don't know what went wrong with this. It seems like this was shot in 2006, and Tough Guy will tell you 3 times that it was shot in 2006. It was
Just
released.
wants to make sure everybody knows, okay?
It was released in 2017. But I don't know what I'm saying. This movie sucks. It had a $22,000 budget. I guess I already went over directors and writers. We don't need to talk about actors or anything. There isn't anything there. There's no fun facts about this. I mean, I tried. There is no
There's
Wikipedia
not
for it.
trivia.
There's no trivia.
No.
There was one trivia for it.
Oh, was there?
It said like 500 cookies are used for cookies set. That's the trivia. 0 out of 1 people liked it. I remember that part.
0 out of 1.
Well, to be fair, we're talking about a movie that has like 9 reviews on Letterboxd.
Yeah, man.
Like we're really, I feel like we've done some deep cuts in the past.
yeah.
I feel like even just me alone, I've done some deep cuts in the past. I think this might be the deepest cut that I've ever experienced doing on the show, possibly.
Christmas with Cookie 2.
The first one I feel like might have been seen by 2 or 3 people.
Right.
This one? Because here's the thing. Okay, now just you saying Christmas with Cookie 2, we got to talk about that because it's not.
Oh, yeah.
This isn't the second Christmas with Cookie movie.
No.
This is another movie where he like Mystery Science Theatered it.
Yep.
He just but not in a fun way.
you hear this and you're like, oh yeah,
Like,
that sounds like
okay,
a great
that might
idea,
be
right?
kinda cool,
that
right?
could be funny. No, it's not.
No.
It's just obnoxious.
And you know what? I gotta say this right in the beginning. I can't hold this off till later. We spent so much more time on this than we should have.
Oh yeah.
this movie, like, I think the Locked Away one is like an hour or 7 minutes, something like that, right?
Sure.
Maybe 12, I don't know.
Yeah.
It ends, and again, Cookie, we're going to get into it a little bit. Cookie is like narrating the whole time. He's saying shit, blah, blah, blah. He's doing this thing where the whole time he's like, boring, gonna skip over this, walking, whatever. And another thing, too, this is Friends movie, so that's kind of funny, too, that he's just like, boring, this part fucking sucks.
Right.
Moving on, just cutting his movie.
just ripping on his bud.
But when it gets to the end, it cuts like abruptly, like after just a random scene, and then he goes, well, guess you gotta watch the original. And this is something that he says like 3 times during the movie. The first few times he said it, I thought he was talking about the first Christmas with Cookie movie. He was like, oh, go watch the first one and you'll like, know what I'm talking about right here.
Right.
And then at one point I was like, when I realized that doesn't make sense, I was like, wait, what is he talking about? I asked you.
Yeah.
Tell me how you did this. You saw IMDb review, and if you didn't see that, we would have never probably figured any of this out.
Yeah, so I saw an IMDb review, and it said that the original film that Cookie is commentating on is Locked Away, and you can find that movie to watch separately.
And right when you said the original film to me, I was perplexed. I kind of looked at you and I went, wait, what exactly are you talking about? Because my experience, my side, I was watching this alone for probably like 40 minutes till you came, and there was like 30 minutes or so when you showed up. I was watching it and I had a thought and I was like, wait, so this movie that Cookie's talking over, I feel like it was made by different people than whoever this Cookie thing came from.
Right.
And he's literally just talking over it. Because my whole thing was, I was like, okay, I would never, and I don't know if anyone ever would, even like someone who doesn't give a shit about their acting career in the slightest, would never act in a movie that I know that some asshole, if I know that just some asshole is just going to be making fart noises and talking over it the whole time. Like, if you're making a movie for that purpose, I was like, either this is something that they didn't know Cookie was going to be involved with whatsoever, or they knew Cookie was going to be involved, but they didn't know the extent of what he was going to do. So when you told me that he just did this over another movie, it all clicked. It all made perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
So, Cookie, Locked Away, is apparently Cookie 2, or so we thought, and how we got into this.
That's what we thought.
We thought we were watching the sequel to a movie that we enjoyed that was just a shitty little, like, not even that shitty. Like, it was like, it was low budget and it was goofy.
Yeah.
But, like, it wasn't a piece of shit. Like, it was fun. It was cool.
It was fun.
It was
Not
cool.
bad for a 2006 movie, right?
Wait,
That's
no,
not
we're
what
talking
we're
about
This fucking guy, man. This fucking guy. Anyway, the original Christmas with Cookie, which I think was 2016 and actually made in that
Which
year.
wasn't that technically 2 stories?
I think it had a few different stories.
Yeah,
because
there's like Mr. and Mrs. Claus.
I don't remember them, to be honest.
And then there's the one, I can't remember what happens, but someone gets like blown up really, really big. Remember there's like a giant guy?
I'm going to be honest, I don't remember a single thing from the first one. And after watching this movie, I feel like I remembered even less from it. I just knew I was excited to see Cookie again because I remembered liking it last time.
It was fun.
This was not Christmas with Cookie, Locked Away, is just Cookie, the Christmas man, commentating over a movie called Locked Away. And the thing that I was talking about before that I kind of fell off of right now is that it cuts off. And he goes, well, that's the end of the story. You're going to have to go watch the original. He's talking about the original movie, Locked Away, from 2017, which, by the way, released September 1st of fucking 2017.
Right. Christmas
with Cookie, Locked Away, released September 22nd. 3 weeks later.
Okay.
We go and we watch the original. And our thought, I kind of just stopped writing notes around that time, like a little before it got to the end of like Christmas, or Cookie just kind of cutting it off, because you kind of made a joke, and I realized that you were kind of hinting at he was just going to cut the movie
Yeah.
in the middle of it, because it was after you already told me that there was an original.
Right.
And at that point, I was like, well, I'm not going to keep fucking taking notes then. Because if there's a whole fucking another movie, because the whole thing, too, is that he wasn't giving context to anything, or so we thought. Like, the movie wasn't explaining anything to us.
It's very hard to follow, even with Cookie's commentary.
They're just tossing people in. They're just tossing them into different places, introducing new people.
He literally just goes, this is boring, skip, skip, skip. Okay, now we're here, and you have new characters with new names that you've never met before.
So hard to follow along. So at this point, I'm like, all right, well, I'm just going to do it when we watch the next one, because I'm sure at this point we're all in agreement that we're just going to go watch the original one, because this Cookie thing is so fucking annoying. Can't imagine that the original is any worse. We sit around. We watch this whole fucking thing. The whole thing. We're sitting there. And it took us a while just to start it, too, because we were like, all right, we need a minute.
Yeah.
We finally start it. It goes all the way through, and we're not looking at the timestamp or anything. And then this guy dies, like the main character, and we can say that. It doesn't fucking matter.
Michael.
We're not going to talk much about this movie, to be completely fair. Like, I have some stuff to talk about, but really, like, I don't have a lot. This is a very confusing movie.
This might be the very first time I just straight up don't want to talk about this movie. And maybe that's bad for me to say as a podcast host, but that's just how I feel. This sucks.
I honestly don't feel that way about this. I felt like that more so with many other movies. This one, I do want to talk about. It's just legitimately, I don't know how much I can do. I don't know how far I can go with this. I don't know how many thoughts I have. I have thoughts about how much it pissed me off.
Yeah.
But beyond that, when I get into like specifics of the movie, that's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard. I'd watched this 2 times in a row, basically.
Yeah.
One with a guy screaming in my fucking ear the whole time, to be fair. But I basically watched this 2 times, and I'm still so confused, and I still don't know what happened. What was I getting to? So in the real one we're watching, Locked Away, it gets to the part where the main character dies, which is where Cookie cuts it off, like a second after.
Yeah.
And then the credits just fucking roll.
That was it.
Like, where he cuts it off, the credits roll. And when he said it before, he was like, oh, you got to go watch the original, see the rest of it. I don't want to talk about the rest of the movie. And the credits just fucking
You're like,
roll.
there's at least 3 minutes of footage that should be there, right?
I thought there was 15 to 30.
At least.
Honestly. Because we looked at the original, and it was like an hour 30 minutes, and Cookies was like an hour 7 or something like that. So the math wasn't mathing.
The math
turns
very
out,
well.
even though Cookie's being an asshole the whole time, and he's going, oh, run, I'm skipping this. They're just walking all the time. Boring. And don't get me wrong. Don't twist this shit. I'm not on Cookie's side.
Right.
He's an asshole after this movie. I'm done with him. I'm sick of him. He's a piece of shit. I'm never, like, backing him up again.
Dang.
But. No, not but. I'm never backing him up again. And there was nothing left, man. Just like my heart. It was empty.
Oh, shit.
Like, the mask not, like, he was right, man. He was right about one thing, but fuck him.
Yeah.
He was right, man. They are just walking. They
walk so much.
Cookie cut 20 minutes of walking out of this movie.
Yeah.
Because we had to go back and we were like, wait, so what did they cut? Just the walking.
Just the walking.
There was a lot of walking.
Just some Lord of the Ringsing.
And that original movie didn't give me anything. It didn't explain anything to me.
No.
That I didn't already have before. I didn't have anything before.
I didn't get any of the details more clear through that watch through.
I still don't know if that chick that's involved with the army guy is his sister or his girlfriend or both.
It's definitely a girlfriend.
But it might also be her sister, and that part I haven't been able to, like, what's it when you cancel it, you know, like.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to.
Yeah.
You know, what? Yeah, whatever.
Reconcile.
What? God damn it. That's, what? He's to reconcile with his.
Reconcile your differences.
God damn it. God damn it. Well, I hate this movie is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Should we talk about it?
Yeah, I guess at this point we could probably just get into it. All right. So Cookie intros as he does. He pulls out his storybook, all that fun stuff. When we see the surrounding area where the story takes place, Cookie says the same thing that Nia said when she landed in Indiana.
I know, right?
He's like, "Where are all the damn mountains in this state?"
I thought the exact same thing. Then we found out the movie was filmed in Michigan. I was like, oh, shit.
Not too far. Makes sense. There are not very mountainy mountains around here. That is true.
Yeah.
Immediately, I hear his jokes. I hate them. It's 5 minutes into the movie, and I'm already done. I'm already just so done about it. He's making jokes about, like, hybrids and global warming.
That's right.
Like, dude, come on.
Those
Those jokes were funny, like, in, like, 2004. Nothing. You can't go past that.
I just don't even know what line of logic they used writing the quote jokes for him to say.
My biggest issue with this movie is that every single one of Cookie's jokes feels like a Family Guy cutaway scene, but without the cutaways.
Yeah.
Because
that's a really good way to describe it.
his jokes have nothing to do with what's going on in the story. They're not prevalent. They don't change the story. They're just added onto it on the side. But there's no physical gag with it. There's nothing to, like, entertain you. It's just some asshole throwing hypotheticals out there at you from the corner.
I think the one that like just blew me away. Well, there's so many. There's so goddamn many.
Yeah.
But the one I was just like, there's some guy and he's like rambling off about science stuff, and Cookie feels the need to say, "What the hell's he talking about?" Crazy science. Like, what do you? If you don't know, why are you talking over him?
And that's what he does all the time. He interjects when he doesn't need to.
He doesn't know what's going on, and he's interjecting.
And I'm sure I do that a fair amount of time in this podcasting venture. But come on, Cookie. You didn't need to make this movie, is what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, I think
even though we
that's
talk
the
about some
story I
bullshit,
wanna know.
even though we're talking about some bullshit,
Yeah.
sometimes we sprinkle a little bit of good in there.
Yeah,
This guy, come on.
this was rough. I mean, at one point he makes a joke about wanting to fuck somebody's grandma.
Oh, he does go real in on that grandma for a second.
Like, what's happening?
For a second, the way you were like making that face, I thought you were gonna say like an animal or something. I was like, what was he trying to fuck that I missed out on? Or like I thought maybe he was trying
That's
to like
more acceptable in my eyes.
wait over a grandma.
From Cookie. He's
Cookie?
he's a Christmas elf. You know
Is
what
he
I mean?
a cookie? Well, he's a cookie.
Is he a cookie?
Yeah, that's why he has like those fucking boils all over his face. They're supposed to be like chocolate chips
Cookie
or something.
marks?
Well, like imagine if you like injected chocolate chip into your face. It's not gonna look like a chocolate chip in your face. It's gonna look like a boil, like with like, you know, with some Hershey's like leaking out of it.
I wonder if that's what happened.
Yeah, he's a sick bastard. Of course, that's what happened.
Interesting.
I don't know. I mean, I assume he's a cookie. Is he not? Isn't that why he
No,
looks
he's
the way
an
he
elf.
does? He's an elf.
He's an elf.
I remember that he is an elf, but like, isn't he like a cookie elf?
I don't think so. He likes cookies.
Why is he? That's what. So he's just a cookie monster?
Yes.
He's not a cookie.
I don't think he's a cookie.
So they call him Cookie, but he's not a cookie?
I think his name is Cookie, and he likes cookies. But
You're
is
telling
not
me
a
this
cookie.
guy is...
Cookie the elf.
You're fucking kidding me right now. So this guy's not a cookie?
Nah, man.
It's like a nickname, right?
No, that pisses me off. You're telling me this guy's chugging cookies. All of his jokes are like this whole movie. He's saying like basically
game. Play the cookie game.
play the cookie game. He's saying like he's like, oh, you should take a fucking cookie shot every time this guy.
Chug a whole glass of milk.
What does he even say? What are they doing that I'm supposed to eat a cookie to? It's always something different. It's
I don't
always
know.
fucking stupid.
I don't know.
Half the time, I don't even know if it's happening in the movie.
I think it was originally supposed to be just for kills, but then he just starts saying random shit.
I don't even think he said it was for kills, man. I think you're giving him way too much credit. Which, by the way, this ended up being a zombie movie. So
Yeah.
I started taking kills, stopped real fast when I realized that this is somehow a zombie Christmas movie. But here's the thing. It's not a Christmas movie.
Nothing about it is
Which
Christmassy.
really pissed me off because this was what I thought was going to be like the most Christmas thing we were doing this month.
It's supposed to ring in the holiday cheer.
Supposed to bring it around, man. It's not a Christmas movie.
Nope,
It has Christmas in the title.
it does.
Because at this point, why was this called Christmas with Cookie? Why wasn't this fucking, what is this called again? The Lovely Bones?
Locked away.
Locked away
With Cookie.
With Cookie.
Zombies
This
with
isn't-
cookies.
The what?
Zombie with cookies.
Zombies with Cookie.
Honestly, they should have just changed the title of it so we weren't able to find the original and no one knew about it because why?
I don't.
Why?
Yeah, it
Why?
shouldn't be a Christmas with Cookie movie. It's not Christmas.
Even if you were going to use the Cookie character, put him in a different holiday or something. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there a zombie holiday? There isn't. This is dumb. So we
Easter.
follow some army cadet. What was his name? Michael.
Yeah, Michael.
Michael. Okay.
Shit.
At least someone else is coughing for once.
Yep.
Well, I guess my note right here says, "Mind you, Cookie is narrating over everything this man does." Do I need to? You think I need to elaborate more on that?
Yeah, and what he's doing is just looking at the countryside.
Oh, wait. You know what I wrote down here, though? This part is important because this guy's looking through his pockets. This was when I was ready to turn the movie off. The guy's looking through his pockets, just sitting in the back of the car. And then Cookie stops and he goes, "Oh, what are you looking for?" The guy grabs his cigarettes and Cookie goes, "Oh, smokes. Sounds like a good idea." And he pulls out a wood tip Black and Mild and he fucking lights it. And he's like, sweet. And I was like, all right, bud, you're smoking the wood tip Black and Mild, sweet.
Yeah.
Like, come on, what is happening right now?
Yeah, he was.
That was some savage shit. And honestly, I was pissed about his narrating before that. And then this almost turned me around.
You were
Oh,
kind of there for. That was the Cookie you remembered, though.
Yeah, dude, because you know what? It was wild, but I was like, you're pulling out the Black and Mild.
Right.
You're really going in. All right. I want to see what you got.
Yeah.
That was the only impressive
all he
thing the
got.
entire movie.
That's
That was
all he
like
got.
that was like 4 minutes in.
That's all he got.
That was the only thing that impressed me this entire movie. So 5 minutes in, he's still cracking shitty jokes. Doesn't let the story tell itself. This is where he's commenting about the steering wheel. He goes, "Oh, fond moments of that steering wheel, huh?" What does that mean?
I don't know.
What is that?
What do you do with a steering wheel? How do you fuck a steering wheel?
No one has fond
Cookie?
memories of steering wheels.
What are you talking about?
Like he could. This is where I like. I feel like he's avoiding jokes. Like he's trying his hardest to
Yeah.
not tell a joke.
I almost wonder. I do wonder if there was something of like, hey, we're gonna do this thing where we kind of roast your movie, but like we don't want to roast it too bad. So like, it feels like he's either pulling punches or he doesn't know how to throw the punch in the first place.
Yeah, I don't know what went wrong. I just feel like if you have a movie where all you're doing is telling jokes for an hour and 7 minutes, you know, he probably told about 700 jokes in that time.
Could you imagine if that was a stand-up routine?
You need to hit at least one. I guess you hit one. You need to hit at least two. You hit with the Black and Mild. I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't
Got
even
us
that
with the
funny.
Black and Mild.
It honestly wasn't even that funny. Like it was like
I like it when he
alright.
puts it out on a cookie.
Did he?
Yeah.
Probably wasn't paying attention because I was miserable. I was having the worst time of my life. You gotta like at least accidentally swing at some point, right?
Right.
That's why I feel like he was trying actively to not tell a joke.
To miss the joke.
That's the only conclusion I was able to come to.
Yeah.
Yeah. We done? we done? You good?
No, I got some on the screen for you though.
What is on my... A previous 103-minute version was released in a limited theater release and DVD run in 2006. Oh my god.
This motherfucker.
Wait, is that the one piece of trivia on Locked Away?
This motherfucker.
I gotta give it to him.
That was the most amazing thing.
No, I gotta give it to him. All right. James, go ahead and tell the story of what happened before this started. Because you felt the strongest about this, and here he come. All right, I'm gonna give it to him. Point one tough guy. 1 point tough guy.
Is it though?
Yeah.
It does.
It doesn't matter, but it's
Because why does it matter?
it
I guess it
matters.
doesn't.
Okay, it matters
You tough guy. Why does it matter?
because if this
That's what I
movie
need to
came
know.
out in 2017, this is bad or genius. Like you can't. Like, how do you make a 2000?
So that's what you were trying to say.
Yeah.
Is that if this movie actually was made in 2017, you think that it's
Well,
amazing?
yeah, that's what he was saying. Oh wait, and
you
amazing.
You think it would be amazing because of how
I think it's
how
impressive.
anachronistic that it is.
Okay,
Yes,
amazing
because
is
they
too
had
strong.
old computers in the classrooms and
They
the
got
quality
old computers
of it
in the
too.
office too.
Yeah,
dude,
but
I could go on Craigslist and get some old computers and just toss them in a room. Why does that make the movie better?
I like to see the effort. I like to see the effort. You know,
like to see him work for it.
Okay, well, basically, what was happening before this recording started is that Tough Guy was really into the computer thing, and he was just so old,
He
this
was
is
just
gonna be
very
cool.
concerned about the fact that he's like, no, this movie was made in 2006. This was made in 2006. And we're like, okay, maybe it was.
Yeah, and then at the end, it said like 2006 or something, you know, like
Yeah,
a little
yeah,
like
yeah.
trademark, copyright, whatever the fuck. At the end of it, he said, you know, and then right now he just pulled up a little thing on the screen on IMDb that said alternate version. A previous 103-minute version was released in a limited theater release and DVD run in 2006. How many minutes was the one that we watched? Can you scroll all the way up, Tough Guy? I think it says it at the top, doesn't it? 1 minute or
1:38.
1 minute, 1 hour and 38. So it was 5 minutes less.
Yeah.
Okay.
people watch this in theater, limited theaters.
If this was released in theaters and had a DVD release, why wouldn't it just be 2006 on IMDb? Isn't that technically the release? Like, I know it says limited, but like, isn't that still? Maybe I just don't know enough about release stuff.
Or maybe whenever it's this low budget, not enough people give a shit to make sure that it's right.
Yeah.
That could be part of it.
Well, I guess we should also mention, so Jason Morissette, that's the guy who made Locked Away, the movie
Right.
that Cookie is narrating over. That was just his own zombie movie that he made.
Yeah, a zombie drama, very clearly
Very clearly
inspired by The Walking Dead, let's be honest.
I mean, it's just like partially Night of the Living Dead mixed with Walking Dead.
Yeah.
But what did they say it was mixed with?
Phantasm?
I didn't see any of that.
I saw no supernatural
No.
flying death balls. Saw no tall man.
I saw a vagina on some dude's arm.
That's true.
Do you think that could have been it?
I don't think that had anything to do with Phantasm.
Well, I'm just pitching things here. Okay. Well, let's see where we are. Oh, he starts commenting about a newspaper.
Yep.
This is what. Okay, I'm in a fucking fever dream right now. This is what my notes are. Oh, he said a steering wheel's cool. Oh, remember the newspaper? This is what I was experiencing watching this movie.
Because that's exactly what Cookie's doing. We made the joke earlier. House, house, house. But that's literally what he's doing.
Well, that's because that was a
newspaper. Derba, derba, fucking steering wheel. Now look, he's making a sandwich. It's like,
this
you don't
is
have
his-
to tell us. We can see it.
This is his newspaper joke. He sees a newspaper and he says, "A newspaper, huh? Must be a period piece." That's not funny. Like, that's not funny. Okay. You laughed at me relaying it, but what he did is not funny. Talking about what he did that wasn't funny, yes, that can be funny. See, is this not what I said? That this is exactly what I said this fucking episode was going to be. It was going to be me talking about Cookie talking about a movie, and it was somehow gonna sound kind of funny just because it's such a fucking stupid introspective inception bullshit into this fucking elf with chocolate chips injected into his forehead, ass looking ass bitch. God, I hate this. God, I hate this.
You're breaking.
This is the worst. This is the worst fucking episode we've ever done. This is dog shit. Holy shit. This is worse than the Faculty episode, dude. This fucking sucks. This army guy, he comes home from army, and Oh, guess what? He has a mom. She misses him. What are we talking about? What's happening? What are we doing?
This is America.
Am I having a fucking stroke?
Yep.
All right. And Cookie.
The man,
Oh, I want to shut this episode
the
down.
myth,
Cookie.
the legend.
Dude, all of my notes that I'm reading is just exactly what I said. I can't even read my notes. It just all says Cookie's doing it again.
And Cookie said some shit.
Cookie said exactly what they said in the fucking movie. Oh, now I got a note about the Family Guy shit. God damn it. All right. All right. All right. All right. Oh, fuck. This is bad. This
Okay.
is all just what I said already, James.
Oh
How
my
are we
God.
going to do? Oh, my God. How do we do this? Okay. Some kids are trying to break into a cabin. Okay. We can talk about this.
Kids are trying to break into a
The grandma's cabin. The grandma doesn't want him in the shed.
shed.
The shed. It's a shed.
more of a shed.
It's a shed with like a 2x4 locking it.
Yeah.
And also
Yeah.
okay, wait. We can go real deep into this because at this point, I'm fuck Cookie. Let's just talk about this movie
All right, great.
at least as much as we can. This shed is holding basically the plague to the world in it. And like there, you could like see through like the gaps in it because
Oh,
it's just
for sure.
built by a bunch of 2x4s.
It really makes you wonder what they were thinking they were doing out there.
Okay, let's just say what it. They have the only zombie in the world, and it's in a shed in their backyard
Yep.
with some rusty chains and like it's attached to the shed. This withering shed. That wood is probably so soggy.
Oh, yeah.
It's attached with one screw.
Single screw.
There isn't even like a nut on the back of
Nope.
it.
No, they just drove that in to one side of the wood. They didn't bother putting anything on the
I
other
don't even
side.
think they screwed it. I feel like they just hammered it in.
Drove it
they
in.
hammered a screw into a soggy piece of wood in a shed, and that's holding the only zombie in the world.
A zombie.
Think of every zombie apocalypse that has ever started a movie. This one started
This is the
with
worst.
a fucking zombie
This is the worst.
handcuffed in a shed by like one handcuff,
Yeah.
one shackle.
Because it was Uncle Savini.
Because it's their uncle. Yeah, and they throw Savini in because you know that their mindset was we gotta throw Savini in because it's a cool horror shout out.
It's for the real fans.
For the real fans, they're gonna go Savini.
They know.
Imagine thinking that's a shout out, just saying a person who has done something in the genre that you're like, just say their name.
Shout out Savini.
Shout out, like, what if you're like, you know, you're a musician, and like the hottest bar in your song, goes real silent. You go, the Beatles. Like that.
That'd be kind of fire, right?
No, it wouldn't. What
The
are you talking?
Beatles.
What are you talking about? Because that's what he did right now, and I'm pissed about it, and it was not fire. Dom Savini's cool. You just saying, hey,
Savini.
fuck off. Are you kidding me with that? Are you actually kidding me? That pisses me off.
But yes, it's Brad
Okay.
Savini.
Oh. Okay. Well, okay, no, we can still talk about the shed, but this is okay, so it's the grandma's shed.
Yeah.
His kid's trying to I guess he's not breaking into it because it's his, but he's breaking into it. His grandma doesn't want him in it, so
Yeah, I
really he's
guess.
breaking into it. It's just his family member's thing that he's breaking into. So he's trying to hop in it, and his grandma walks out. He's like, hey, you fucking piece of shit, get out of that shed. She is kind of funny. I like her.
She's great.
Only see her for 2 seconds,
Yeah.
but And then he's like, all right, come back later when it's dark, and I'll show you whatever's in here.
Yeah.
Talking to his other friend, which is also his friend, the Savini kid, because that's also the Savini kid and the Savini grandma who owned
Right.
the Savini zombie. His friend is the brother of the army kid,
Yeah. Ty.
the army dude. Oh, his name's Ty.
Yep.
I got a hiccup burp.
Love him.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't. It took me a long time to realize that kid had any relation to anyone.
Yeah.
I thought because especially with watching the cookie one, it seemed like he just hopped on the screen.
He was just sort of there.
He was just there.
But
And there was a
that's
shed.
Michael's brother for sure.
It's his brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's gonna come back later. The grandma's gonna cuss,
Yep.
and then that's gonna prompt Cookie to go. She says curse words. I want to have sex with her,
Yeah.
and then he goes into like a rant about like wanting to fuck a grandma for probably the next minute or two.
Yep.
He calls her a potty mouth.
He sure does.
So now we meet the army guy's girlfriend. I think it's
What
his
is her
sister.
name?
I don't know. I don't know if they ever say her name. Do they?
Jen.
Her name's Jen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she shows up at the door. And the reason we think that it's his sister is because the parents start talking to her. And they're like, oh, you didn't let us know that our son was coming back home. You surprised us, blah, blah. And they're like talking like they've been hanging out all the time. But we're to assume that he's been in the army or whatever for like a few years or something. And it kind of seems like she's living with the parents.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it seems like she isn't, but it seems like she is. But she's also seeing another guy, which also, if she is seeing another guy, I don't know why she would be showing up to that house if she wasn't involved with the parents.
Right.
I still
Well,
kind
she
of
was
feel
just
like
seeing an old. She was just seeing an old friend who was back from the military, right?
it. Well, he didn't think that. If that was the case, someone didn't think that
He
that's
did
what
not
was
think
happening.
that.
Well, why do the parents know her so well too?
I don't know.
Maybe she's just homies with the parents, but
I
I don't.
guess just small town.
The way this movie was presented to me, I still, after watching the cookie version and the other version, I still think that's his sister.
I'm convinced she's at least a cousin.
Yes. Actually, that would make perfect sense.
That would make sense, right?
That would make perfect sense. She like is familiar with them,
Right.
talks to them sometimes. She isn't there all the time, doesn't live with them.
Yeah.
But
It's
they're like,
oh,
yeah,
my
pull up."
cousin's back from the military. I'll go say hey.
And then that's
You're
why
just, your cousin wants to fuck you. Is
and
what's
that's
happening.
why the army guy is so like weird about it, but he's only weird in certain times and he only goes so far with his weirdness is because it's his cousin.
Because it's his cousin, and he's not in
you
Kentucky.
just blew this thing off the lid.
We
dude.
got it, man.
That's his fucking cousin.
We fucking got it, right?
Well, that has to be what it is because I'm convinced it's his girlfriend. I mean, he makes out with her, so he might be making out with his cousin in this movie. Like, it's some
yeah.
Joe Dirt shit, you know? Like, when you got that, you're my cousin, you're my cousin. Everyone's listening on the radio, they're like, oh no, Joe, come on.
I've watched Joe Dirt not that long ago, and
I love Joe Dirt.
it holds up.
It's one of the greatest movies of all time. I'll say it. Man. Shout out David Spade.
Yeah, man.
That was his prime, man.
Good shit.
David Spade as Joe Dirt is the shit, dude.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is his cousin for sure.
Everything makes so much more sense.
It does. The very least, second cousin. Okay. So I guess we'll just go back to that kid going back to the shed.
Yeah.
It's not nighttime, I'll tell you that.
No.
He says come back at nighttime, comes back 10 minutes later.
I don't think there's ever any actual night shots in the whole movie.
I would say there's 3 times where they say that the next shot is going to be a night shot.
Right.
And I feel like one of the times they actually went, the next shot's going to be a night shot. And then it's brighter than it was to begin with.
They just keep saying it's going to get dark soon, and then it never gets dark.
I was like, oh, dude, the moonlight is just, it's attacking me. And then it's just like the sun blaring down on their shiny skin.
Yep.
Yeah. This movie is, it doesn't, what is it? I wrote, she'd suck your mop and broomstick too.
Yeah, he says
Janitor,
He
because
says
she's
that.
dating a janitor.
Yep. Because she's dating a janitor.
Yeah. Are we done?
We're at 109 right now. I think we started at 17, so
Oh, shit. Okay, so we
whatever that
gotta
is.
do a little, guys, I'm trying to end this as
That's almost
fast as possible.
And the truth comes out. This is a fuck of an episode.
All right. So that fucking kid, they unlock the door. There's a gimp in there.
Yeah.
I genuinely didn't think that was a zombie. And at this point in the movie, when I'm watching it, I still didn't know it was a zombie movie. I was like, okay, you have a gimp in your shed. Why does your grandma let you hang out with it?
Why does your dad want you to show it off to people?
That's what I was genuinely confused about. And then he opens the door too, and like the thing starts growling at the other kid, Ty or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he's like, ha ha ha, you're scared. And I'm like, well, yeah, there's an actual zombie and no one else in the world has that. So
Right.
maybe anyone would be scared.
And then he's like, let me rile him up.
Yeah, so he starts hitting it with a stick. That's when it pops out. No, he starts hitting it with a rake, actually.
yeah.
A rake specifically. That's kind of funny. And then it pops its one screw out of the soggy wood shed and then eats him.
Eats a kid.
Yeah, he just like starts ripping him apart.
Eats his face.
It looks very bad, but he does it. And then Ty runs out, and then the army dude's just like right there, and he's like, "Oh, Ty, army, come over here. There's a zombie." And he's like, "Oh, Ty, look at you being an idiot." And he's like, "No, fucking come over here, dude." And he's like, "What? You just say fucking?" He was like, "You can't do no fucking in a car. That is illegal."
God damn it.
Dude, okay, so maybe I over-exaggerate a little bit. Maybe I put a little bit of Thanksgiving spin on that. But he does get on his kid brother about cussing because he's a hotshot army guy. And then he proceeds to say 3 cuss words in every sentence for the next, 10 minutes. Which, I don't know, man. Sometimes when you overdo a joke, it's funny.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's annoying.
You think a joke in this movie is annoying?
I just broke I just broke the tap of my can into my drink.
Yeah, you did.
And that's because of this movie. So
bad luck, man.
just want to put that on the record. The zombie's out.
Zombies out.
The zombie's out.
He's
Army
gonna
guys,
make more zombies.
Army guy's gonna go check it out. And he's like, "Oh, look at this! It's a dead person. Oh, look at that! It's popping up." And then he throws one into the other one and makes them hug.
Yep.
And then he runs away. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that's the rest of the movie.
They're just doing that and running from zombie to zombie until the end.
Yeah, you know what? I just want to talk about the they meet a scientist and he goes, "Hey, I mixed aspirin with water. That's how you kill a zombie." So apparently if a zombie takes some aspirin,
Yeah. In this
done.
universe, you just had to thin their blood and they would stop operating.
yes.
So you just had to put them on some blood thinners,
Yes.
i.e. aspirin.
Yes.
Cool.
So they start grabbing syringes, filling them with aspirin, and they're stabbing zombies with them. Stabbing a zombie with a syringe is the least beneficial thing you can do to fend off as a thing that you don't want close to you. You can't. The one thing you can't do is hug a zombie. That's the one rule. I don't even like zombie movies. I don't even care about them.
Isn't it kind of strange to how it seems to work very quickly?
Oh, they have no problems with it.
Like
These zombies don't even fight back when they hit them with the syringes.
it's so fast.
They die immediately from aspirin directly into the flesh stream. Because they're not going for veins.
No, they're just stabbing them
They're just
anywhere.
stabbing them
man.
wherever,
They're just
man.
Stabbing them all over the place.
You're telling me you just stab aspirin into a general area
And
and
it-
someone
That immediately makes zombies start foaming at the mouth and
foaming
dying.
at the mouth and then they disintegrate.
They're just done.
You're telling me that's what's happening?
Yeah, dude.
I don't know, man. Maybe if Cookie wrote it, I would have believed it. That's the fact that I don't know, man. So there's a scene where the kid breaks his leg because they're running away from those zombies.
Yeah,
in the
I
forest.
remember that one.
And then the army guy goes, "I think you only semi broke it," or something like that.
Yeah.
Soft broke it. And the kid goes, "What does that mean?" And he goes, Oh, you soft broke it. And he goes, what does that mean?
What does that mean?
And he goes, you soft broke it. What does he say?
What does that mean?
And the whole time, this kid is making the same face that Kristen makes every time Allie's trying to fuck Johnny in Thanksgiving. He just looks so awkward, man. But this, like, I don't think he's doing it on purpose. You know, like, he was trying to act.
Yeah. Poor Ty.
Oh, it was rough. And also, they're apparently running from zombies. It's supposed to be like the music is acting like this is a high stakes scene.
Oh yeah.
Takes 7 minutes just sitting there, like tying up his leg.
It's insane.
They're
It
just
is
having,
so long.
They're having like heart to hearts and just having like conversations like, don't worry, we got to be fast though.
It's like, you know, when you have a high intensity scene like that in an action movie, it's like a bunch of quick cuts and just like boom, 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 boom. No, they're just like, we're just going to stand one camera up and film the whole thing.
It was basically the end of Amityville Thanksgiving, where it's just the news. Breaking news.
God, I forgot about that.
You forgot about that?
You're sucking me back into that movie now. That's
Guys, James didn't quit. He's here.
That's a whole different thing.
I don't know if you listened to the last episode, James, but we told everyone you quit.
Oh, no, I quit.
To be fair, in that moment, we were like, not sure. I was like, I'm pretty sure he's fine. I was like, I think it's just been a long day and he's pissed off. But I was like, guys, I don't know. I was like, he might have quit.
No, I quit. That movie. Dear fucking God.
I don't know, man.
I still see that man in my sleep.
Frank?
Yep.
We watched Bloody Nun 2. Okay.
Oh yeah, he's in that too, right?
He pops up in it, dude, and the
Holy
whole
shit.
cast is in the movie.
Oh my God.
Like everyone, dude. Danny was in it too. The fucking.
That's right. Yeah.
They were all fucking in it, dude. And Frank, it was only like 4 years earlier. And that guy looked like. That guy was like pre-7 heart attacks in that movie. Like, did he look great? No. Did he look way better than he did in Thanksgiving? Of course. Oh my God, yes.
Oh God.
Wow.
How could he not?
He had at least 30 less liver spots. It's at least like 300 pounds lighter.
Dude.
Like, it was crazy. Like, the guy looked like by the time you get to Thanksgiving, that guy got hit by a bus. He said he got a heart attack, but like, I don't know. You know when Gretchen comes back in Mean Girls?
Yeah. Oh, that's good shit.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Where are we at? We done?
I think we've been going for an hour, maybe.
I know. We could end it though. We could end it. Let's just move on to my note is run. I wrote it like fucking 9 times right here. I'm so pissed.
Hey, he's running. Look, he's running. They're running. Run. Dear God, man.
Okay. Okay. At one point, Cookie does call the janitor Scrappy Doo, and I think this was when I fully decided that he was just avoiding jokes because the janitor, he kind of looks like Shaggy.
Shaggy.
So I was like, you could have made that joke, but you fully avoided that and said something stupid as shit.
Something that we don't even know why you said it.
It made no sense. The guy was just walking. Like, I don't even know if he was saying anything
Is
at the
it because
time.
Michael's Scooby and he's Scrappy because he's
Nope.
the lesser version?
Nope.
Is that what's supposed to be?
Nope. No.
Okay.
I don't know what's happening, but I can tell you that's what wasn't happening.
That's not what's happening.
100%. 100% not what's happening.
All right, that makes sense.
Yeah, this guy's an asshole.
Alan, if you're out there,
Alan, if you're out there, I want to return my DVD copy of Christmas with Cookie. You still got that eBay listing up? Because
man, like I just feel betrayed.
I want to return it for store credit.
I just feel betrayed.
What you got? I want to barter with you. What do you have around your house that I could trade you?
No, but the first one's great. Don't
my
get rid of the
copy of
first one.
Christmas with Cookie for. He tainted it. It's done. We're not happy about it anymore.
I kind of want to watch it again.
Remember in I Still Know What You Did Last Summer when the end of it was like, I can't remember what his name was, but it was like something son, and he was like, oh, it's because I'm this person's son. What if Alan Maxson was just Max's son?
Yeah, I think that's how most of those last names got made.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, then
I think if you go back far enough, that's how all of the Tom's son is Tom's son.
Well, in that case, let's just talk about something else. Because now I thought I had something. No.
Hudson.
You want to hear the fun? You know what this remind? Shit. There was a guy named HUD.
Son of a guy named HUD.
Like a HUD on a video game?
HUDD, actually. Double D's on that one.
Wait,
I know, right?
you don't have two D's in your.
I know, right?
God damn it, you're an asshole.
Etymology. That's not the right word.
You know what's really funny? And I think about this happened like 14 years ago, probably. I think about it like every day of my life. My friend's brother. My friend Sonny, I'm gonna go ahead and just say it because it's fucking funny. And I know he listens sometimes, so if he hears this, it's just gonna be so funny. His brother, I don't know if he still hates him, but God, did he hate that guy when we were in high school? He was like, my brother's such a fucking dick, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, that's standard shit. I said the same thing about mine all the time too, though. So his brother, he's like, yeah, he's stupid. He's an asshole. This, that, blah, blah. One time we're just sitting around hanging out with him, and he's just like, he has this moment, kind of like I had right now, where I thought I was saying something. He's like, you know, man, just washing dishes all the time. I got the sponge, and I'm like scrubbing the dishes, and I'm like, this, you know, we use it over and over again on these dirty dishes. It's so dirty. Like, how is it clean anything? And then he goes, and I thought about it. It's the soap. Soap cleans it. And we kind of just
cleans it, man.
we kind of just sat there and then like didn't like say anything, and then like I think he left or me and Sonny left or something, and we walk away and we start, and I don't think we even said anything. I kind of just like looked at him and I was like, so, and he was like, yeah, he's a fucking dumbass. Like, he threw his hands up in the air, and like it wasn't even like he said it in a laughing manner. Like, he was so pissed. Like, it was like that response where he's like, you know, you could tell he's been dealing with him forever, and he was just like, that was the thing that just set him off. He was like, yeah, you finally see it. You see it? Yeah, he's a fucking idiot. He's like, you saw it here first. My brother's a dumbass.
Oh my God. That's really good.
I think of it every day of my life when I'm washing dishes, when I'm washing my hands, when I think of soap, if I think of a sponge. There hasn't been a day that I haven't thought of that moment since it happened, like
good
over
shit,
a
man.
decade ago.
That's good shit. I have one quick little story.
I'm down for it.
That's
Anything
kinda
that's
like
not this movie.
Anything that's not Cookie. So I was getting my hair cut by my barber, and we're in the chair, and he's like doing his thing or whatever, and we're usually just talking about music and
Wait.
shit.
You said you were both in the chair?
No.
And he was doing
I'm in the
his
chair and he's doing his thing, and I'm doing the thing with the stuff.
Oh,
You know what I mean.
You tough
You know what I
guy.
mean.
You could.
You know what I mean.
You're picking up on what I'm picking up on,
Yeah,
right?
it's a barbershop.
We're good.
It's barbershop.
Yeah, typical
So y'all were
barbershop.
fucking.
It's typical barbershop activities.
Can you hand me that picture?
This guy, this guy fucking in the chair next to us starts talking about music too, because we were talking about music. And he starts just kind of like chiming in here and there, and eventually he says the words out loud. Yeah, man, I think that like Garth Brooks is
I'm
like
done. Whatever you're about to say.
is like the Jay-Z of country.
All right. All right.
And my barber, I swear to God, flips my chair around to where like we're eye to eye, and he's like, You heard that, right? And I'm like, yep. And we're both like, let's see where this goes.
Well, you do. I mean, yeah, you have to play that out.
Like, we're gonna find out. This dude went on for his entire haircut.
Did anyone like give him permission to continue with that, or did he just? Okay.
Nope.
Yeah.
Is a weird motherfucker.
Yeah. It's one of those things where he brought it up. Everyone got silent.
Everybody was like, okay, and then he just kept
Yeah,
going.
he just kept going to prove his point.
Yeah.
What was his point? Do you have like any of it? Like any
That
highlights?
Garth Brooks is the Jay-Z of country music.
Did he give any any reasons why,
He
or
said
like
something about like, man, because like he didn't do it the way that everybody else was doing it. He did
Shit,
it.
maybe
He
he's
did
right.
it his way.
Nah, maybe he's right. I feel
Maybe he's right.
nah, man.
Maybe he is the Jay-Z of country music.
He's turning me, man.
But
Because
the problem is, do you know enough about Garth Brooks to know that any of that is
oh,
real?
I don't know enough about Garth Brooks to like disprove it.
I
so
can't even name you one goddamn song.
So that's the thing. It's like, what am I? I'm gonna argue against a topic I know nothing about.
You know the one thing.
If he says Garth Brooks is the Jay-Z of country, who am I to dispute that?
It's true.
The fuck do I know?
You know what? I bet this guy has an opinion on who the Jay-Z of country is.
Willem Dafoe?
Yeah.
You think Willem Dafoe knows?
I think Willem Dafoe knows who the Jay-Z of country is.
Tough guy, can you pull your picture up and can you ask him if he knows?
I
What?
lost it. I seem to have lost it.
Wait, you lost your
somewhere.
picture?
Yeah, I think I have.
Wait, why'd you?
misplaced it somewhere.
I printed you a picture though. What? You requested a picture from me,
Sorry, bud.
and what happened to the picture that you
It
requested?
got lost immediately.
It was of a specific person.
I never saw it.
It was
Now
of a-
you're just lying.
No, but it was no. You held it, and I can actually get video evidence of that. And if
I didn't hold it. You can't give me.
I have video evidence of that,
No,
actually,
not me holding it.
I think at least for a second.
Sliding into the fireplace.
He's
is
being
what
real
happened.
weird. I printed out pictures for all of us, and I asked everyone to pick an actor that described them. His was a little weird. So we'll move on and we'll get back to the movie. So a guy's having a painful pee in the bathroom that's lit red. They're doing like a Jalo thing here.
Dear God.
It was like very Argento, you
A
know?
little bit.
Yeah.
So when you walked into the bathroom,
Do you think, what was his name? Jay-Z? The kid?
Ty?
Oh, yeah. Do you think he had an STD?
He did after this.
Oh.
When you walk into the bathroom and you're standing at the urinal and you're pretty sure that you see a zombie in the fucking stall, why does he just continue to just keep peeing? Does he not have enough bladder control to like stop and just leave? Go pee outside, bro.
I had a feeling that, like, maybe he thought it wasn't a zombie in there. He thought it was just a guy taking a shit or something.
Just happened
But
to be
to
a
be
guy in
fair,
there.
why is a zombie in a stall?
It always happens though, right?
It does?
There's in zombie movies, there's always one in a fucking bathroom.
I just looked at the video and you look short.
I'm short.
You look like you have a short man complex.
Hi guys.
You do kind of look like you sound like that.
Well, and I got my hat backwards too, which makes me look even younger.
You look like Fred Durst if things went very wrong.
Did they go right?
No. Well, yeah. Do you know how many... Dude, Fred Durst is always... Has he ever had a problem?
No.
Like, really, we all want to say that he has, but really, I think he's been living the exact life that he wants to live.
He's happy.
Dude, have you seen his hair now and that long man mustache he has now?
No.
Can you look up a present-day Fred Durst photo? If you guys aren't watching on video, you aren't getting the full extent of this because Tough Guy's about to pull up a Fred Durst photo of the brand news. Yeah, Fred Durst is looking like a character these days, man. He looks like he lived a life and he's doing whatever the fuck he wants now.
I mean, all of that's probably true.
He looks like he's drinking hot dog water like daily now.
God, I sure as fuck hope so.
Yeah.
That's the life I'm I'm just trying to get there, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, Fred Durst looks very different.
What the fuck?
Yeah, do that one with the red glasses and the blue jean jacket and the mustache at the bottom.
Nah, dude.
Yeah,
fuck,
that one.
Fuck it, what anybody says. Fred Durst is cool now.
Fred Durst is way cooler than he was before. Like,
That is amazing. crazy.
I want to see him in like a Western.
Fuck yeah, dude.
He has like,
Yeah.
I want to see him in No Country for Old Men too.
2.
Yeah.
There is. Is there 2?
No.
Okay, cool. No,
No.
dude, that's wild.
Yeah, man.
Is he just wearing a jumpsuit?
Dude, that picture pisses me off.
That's his divorced dad.
You
picture.
got that on this? You got that on the screen, tough guy? Yeah. Cool, because that's disgusting.
Yeah, that's his divorced dad face for sure.
Dude, remember when Fred Durst directed a movie starring John Travolta?
I do remember that. I didn't
The
watch
Fanatic, man.
but I was like really close to watching it.
It's crazy because if Fred Durst had this haircut and this mustache when he directed that movie, I feel like it would have made more sense.
Would have made so much sense.
And maybe he would have made more money. Like it would have got like popular. Like if he came out and just
he would have looked like
if
this
he just looked like that.
auteur.
Yeah, and he wouldn't
Yeah.
have even had to say he's Fred Durst. If he just looked like that, they would have been like, oh, some artsy film director.
That's true.
It would have went crazy.
If he would have just walked out rolling with those red glasses like that.
Dude, how does Fred Durst go from this to that? Like he took a turn, dude. He
My
took
man,
a turn.
some people grow out of it.
I just can't believe that like he had sex with Paris Hilton,
Damn.
among many others. It's crazy. Fred Durst, man. I want to talk about how this kid hurts himself on a urinal.
Okay.
How do you hurt yourself on a urinal?
Literally trip and fall in it. That's what he did.
How do you do that?
It was one of the ones that go all the way to the ground, but
Oh, yeah,
he stepped right into it.
But that's the thing. You're standing behind it.
I-
If you're walking away from it,
I know.
how do you end up inside of something that's in front when you're walking past?
Nobody knows.
There's no way that
This
works.
kid sucks.
You can't do that. You can't. That's not right. The only other thing I have to say about the cookie version is that at one point a zombie walks into a room and he starts like smelling, and that's how he finds a human in there.
Yeah.
Cookie puts fart noises over the kid and says that he has mashed potato farts.
Yep.
Was he eating mashed potatoes at some point?
He was going ham on some mashed potatoes earlier.
Oh, it was when the father yelled at him.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
But
Are
it's
mashed potato farts a thing?
not that I know of.
I don't think that's a thing.
I don't think so.
Um,
Like eggs, maybe.
yeah. If they are, I'm sure it's not. He wasn't farting. The zombie wasn't smelling the fart. He put that into the movie, and
Yeah.
it wasn't funny. I was kind of convinced that it was part of the movie for a second
I thought
too.
it was.
We didn't know what the original was going to be like, but then right when we like got probably 10 minutes in the original movie, where it was like, okay, no, he did that. He put that fart in.
Yeah.
That's not the movie.
It's very serious zombie drama.
Yeah, serious.
Zombarama.
Zombarama. So they find an aspirin gun that looks like it's supposed to be a gun that shoots aspirin, like kind of like it looks like the fly guns that shoots, the ones that shoot salt.
Yeah. Mhm.
It looks like that.
It does look like
and you
that.
think it's going to be that kind of thing,
Right.
which would make a lot more sense. But instead, it's just a mega syringe.
Yep.
So now instead of stabbing them with a small syringe, they stab them with
they
a big one.
stab them, and then I think there's like a lever or a trigger to
Yes.
inject.
So that's why I thought it was a gun again.
Right. But no, it does not shoot projectiles.
Like you can't just. But why can't it? Doesn't the syringe shoot projectiles if you fucking push the thing in? So why can't you just spray them with it? It has to go into their fucking flesh. Because like I said, you're not going in the veins.
Yeah, it's got to go inside of them somehow, I guess.
Okay. Well, there's a zombie fight. This is where Cookie ends the movie. Because the army guy died, and then the girlfriend after they make out, the
Yeah, you know.
the cousin that he's dating,
Yeah,
they make out.
they have to.
She stabs herself with a giant syringe because then that means when the zombies eat her, they're gonna eat the aspirin
I guess.
and then die. And when she stabs herself with the syringe, she gets like giant veins all over herself.
Coolest part.
It was kind of cool. It was goofy, but I was fine with it. If it was like that the whole movie, it would have been a lot better.
Yeah.
It's weird that we're like kind of simultaneously like shitting on two movies at the same time equally.
Right?
Inception.
Shitception.
And yeah, my last two notes, because again, I stopped my notes thinking that I was going to have more from the next movie over.
Yeah.
Because this is where Cookie ends it. Cookie ends it when the army guy dies, and then she dies. She gets 8, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
and then it fades out, and then it comes back. What the fuck? Oh. No, there's actually just a note from way earlier, but remember when the janitor was walking, and then the other guy, the scientist, was like, come help me, and he was like, I just walked a fucking mile. I just wrote that down. That was the only other thing I wrote down.
No, that was important.
Yeah,
I'm glad that we brought that up.
Oh, and the army guy fought like 13 zombies with half a pallet.
Yeah.
Like, he starts fighting them with a pallet that he's holding in his hands.
He's just holding them. And then Jen's going through and stabbing them all.
That's pretty fucking funny. That was actually pretty good. I would love to see like a superhero that just throws pallets at people.
Ha! Pallet man.
That's pretty good. I have a pallet in my garage. Should we just like go out on the street and start harassing people with a pallet?
Yeah, we should do that.
That's a good movie. It'd be a better movie than this.
Haunted pallet.
Oh, and it's just a person holding it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, haunted pallet. So I guess we'll just have to do the rest off of head because it just really, it goes to credits.
Yeah.
In the real movie.
Yes.
Right here where Cookie ended it and told us that we had to go watch a real fucking movie. I spent a whole $1 on this, man. I went and rented a $1 movie because of this. But no, she did kill all the zombies, I guess, with the aspirin that they ate out of her flesh.
I guess.
But the army guy, Michael, he didn't eat her because he was still turning.
Yeah.
So he pops up. He starts fighting Ty.
Mm-hmm.
And it's this whole thing where it goes back to credits, back to Tim and Ty fighting.
Yeah.
And then the music gets all dramatic. It's like, dun, dun, dun. It's like any fucking zombie thing or like anything where you're just like having a final fight with like, you know, something that you love or whatever and you have to kill it real
Right.
quick. He sees an axe, grabs it, goes back and forth between credits, movie, stabs him. One cool thing was when he stabbed him, like the blood splattered and it just like ended up on the credits.
Yeah, that was sweet.
That was pretty cool. Half a star movie. Both of them. This was a terrible experience.
Half a star. Would not recommend.
No, I would never recommend this in any way. Neither of them. Not the shortened version with Cookie talking over. Especially not that. Actually,
don't-
if I'm gonna recommend you watch one, it's actually the longer one without
Yeah.
Cookie talking over it.
Yeah.
So Locked Away 2017.
I am curious, anyone out there, if you can watch the Christmas with Cookie version and you can make it further than 20 minutes. Seriously, let me know.
I actually, I wrote a review on it 10 minutes in the movie, and I promise you that I legitimately forgot that I did because I went to rate it when we were done, and I noticed that I already did, and it was half a star, and I said, if I want an entire movie explained to me line by line, I would just shoot myself. And I still feel like that. There's a review. There's only 8 reviews on Letterboxd. I think that's including the one that I just did, 8 or 9. One of them says, half a star. This is not a sequel to Christmas with Cookie movie, which is a movie I love. This is just Cookie the Elf. God damn it. I guess, riffing over some shitty zombie movie called Locked Away. Wish I was just watching the shitty zombie movie. Cookie's commentary is not funny. It's just annoying. This sucks and I'm disappointed. Couldn't explain it any better.
From another person who liked the original Christmas with Cookie, just like we did. Like, it's obviously not, just us.
Half a star. Aggressively obnoxious and unfunny. 1 star. I take back what I said about kind of liking the Cookie character. That's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said. This time around, he doesn't just introduce and occasionally interrupt the stories as he did in the previous installment. Instead, Cookie riffs over the entire film, and I really want him to shut up. Small doses, Cookie. Small doses. Again, exactly what we said. So everyone has the same feeling about this.
Yeah.
Okay, this person is this is a tough guy review if I've ever seen one. It says
Tough guy reviews.
it's 3 stars and it says this has no right to be good, and it probably isn't, but when you're on LSD on Christmas Eve, it might just make your night like it did mine. This is literally Tough Guy's review. You can't tell me otherwise. Is Adam your alt account?
Adam.
1 star. Instead of telling the story, Cookie comments on scenes of a movie, oftentimes before we see the scene. That was one of my biggest issues, too. So many times before something even happened, he'd be like, oh, well, this is about to happen, and he'd spoil it before it even fucking happened.
So weird.
It was like, again, having someone break down a scene to you, or a movie by you, scene to scene as it's happening is annoying. Having them break it down to you before it even happens is so fucking aggravating.
Yeah.
Like, it is so annoying. It's like, why am I even watching this fucking movie?
If nothing else, I think...
It's like when you've... Sorry.
No,
It's
you're
like-
good. You're good.
It's like when you've never seen a movie and you're sitting there next to someone who has seen it, and they're just telling you what happens right before it pops up on screen. That's what he's doing the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
Oh god.
And I guess it gives me a little bit more
PTSD.
I was just gonna say, like, it helps me appreciate Mystery Science Theater 3000 so much more because, like, I mean, even some of those can get a little annoying, but they're never this annoying. And it's like clearly they've got that down to a science, you know?
You're right. But sorry, I made that face because this
Good review
goes on. It says it doesn't flow together well and felt disconnected as a whole. True. And then they say, Cookie enjoyed heckling a movie. I may do by heckling both Cookie and the movie. That's just what we're doing
That's
right
exactly
now.
what
All
we're
of these
doing.
reviews are just explaining exactly what's going on. James, this last review, what the fuck? Okay, this is getting weird. I laughed at the first one. This one, not so much. It's essentially Mystery Science Theater 3000 with none of the charm. The only thing Christmas about this is the wraparound with Cookie the last elf sitting in his house on the moon by the Christmas tree, eating Christmas cookies as he makes fun of the film. All of these reviews just highlight exactly what we said. We just had to read the reviews, and it could have been the whole everything that we did right now.
Yeah, we can't. There's nothing else to say about this movie. And anything that could be said.
Anyone's already, the 8 people that have reviewed it have already said it. Oh, yeah, my review of Locked Away is seriously though, fuck you. Because I watched it again. You know what's funny? Chris,
Because you watched it the second
the
time.
Cookie one has 8 reviews. This one has 7.
Oh,
How does that happen?
interesting.
This is
More
the
people
original.
are seeing the Cookie one.
This one's something about this. This is just a fucking bullshit review. I'm not even bothering to read that. This person is probably the first person who ever reviewed this. They said, half star. I'm the only one who's watched this. No one else should watch it. oh, tough guy rated it 1 star and said 2006. Wait, so are the 7 reviews? The 7 reviews are including mine and his.
Oh my god.
That means the 8 are also including the one that I just did on that
Right,
too.
right,
So, there was 5 on this one before, 7 on Christmas with Cookie before. Oh, this guy knows about Michael Turner. Wait. Oh, okay. I thought he was talking about like this character. I thought he had a character arc, but he's just talking about the movie. Is this just This is just an assessment of the movie? This isn't a review. This person just saying what happened in the movie. Yeah, I
Should have just read that.
I already had Cookie telling me what was going on. I don't need this asshole telling me what's going on. Oh, this dude. How do you write this much about this movie? This is a whole dissertation.
Nah, you got an issue.
There wasn't even that much in the movie. These reviews are way crazier than the Christmas with Cookie ones. At least those ones were like, they tracked
Yeah.
with what was happening. There was one guy who said, all right, I did LSD, so I had fun. I don't know if it's real.
Right.
But, the rest of this, I don't know, man. I feel like they're not hard enough on it. Like, I don't want to be a dick, but like, okay, so I didn't count the kills.
No.
I don't count the kills on zombie movies. That shit
It's too hard to keep track.
pisses me off. I think there's kind of a sequel to this. We're never going to do it. It's like a short, like a 17-minute short.
Oh, yeah.
And it's called The Watching, and also I think he watches some of this movie in it.
Really?
I saw like a credit that looked like it was this movie again.
Oh my god. I'm going to watch it.
Oh, I'm not.
I'll watch it.
You'll watch it?
Yeah.
Okay, let me know.
I just want to know what it is.
Okay, let me know because I don't want to watch it.
It's on Tubi, right? I think I saw it.
Was it?
I think so.
Maybe.
I'll
Okay.
find it.
Okay, I'm sure it's on YouTube since it's like
I'm
a
going to fucking
70.
find it.
I went to like hiccup, and I canceled the hiccup, and it turned into a yawn. That was really weird. Like I felt hiccup.
No, your brain's playing tricks.
That was
Choose
weird.
your battles, man.
Oh yeah, I know. Roger Ebert gave this 3.5 star. He said the contrast between Cookie and Zombie
Yeah.
made it Christmas in the most gay way.
That's exactly what he said.
Quote. For quote.
Yep.
Battle his quote.
But not.
Yeah. He's like spinning over in his grave.
No.
with
He would
this
have never
movie.
watched
Like,
this.
No, but when I forced him to watch this, he would have been pissed. He would have been pissed, man. Oh, let's do a fuck, marry, kill.
Okay.
Did we do that on the last few episodes? I always feel like we don't, but I feel like we always do. I think like sometimes I just feel like I forget.
You're usually
But
pretty good at
I
it.
think it happens. I used to always write them before, so I was able to get the good one. And now I always forget because I messed around like where I write it down, in my notes. So then I forget. Well, it's Cookie, and that's bad this time around. Like, there's nothing good about that.
Yeah. Fucking Cookie.
You got. Well, actually, I'm gonna do that army guy because I know for a fact that you think he's repulsive.
Yeah, that dude's pretty gross.
I do too. And also, they're playing him off. We never even mentioned they're playing him off as like a 20-year-old. This guy's a 40-year-old crackhead.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately, I think this guy's on crack during the movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, Cookie, that crackhead, tough guy. Who else was just
I was gonna say the arm. I mean, it was there,
the Addams Family arm with like the jelly on it?
No, the one arm that had the cut in it.
Oh,
but
with the vagina in it?
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
the one.
that arm. And the arm with the vagina in it.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's get
That's
down,
a good one.
Let's get down to business here. He's done a brass tacks.
What kind of business? You talking about the arms business or where are we going?
All right, we're gonna marry the arm.
Oh, you want that every day. You sick bastard.
I'm gonna kill Michael, and I'll be fucking Cookie.
What? He's gonna narrate the
That's
whole
story.
thing.
I know it's gonna be awesome.
He's gonna narrate the whole
gonna
thing,
be amazing.
stroke by stroke.
It's gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be the worst thing you've ever experienced. What are you talking about? What are you actually talking about?
No, it could be great.
What is wrong with you? I'm done. I'm gonna do less plugs and talk about less things at the end of this than we normally do because I can't do another minute of this. We padded and then we ended up padding too much.
Right.
And I think it was just for me feeling like I had to make up for me going, oh, this fucking sucks for like 10 minutes straight and not having anything to say. But I swear to God, I kept scrolling through my notes and I just kept finding things that I already said that I already bitched about.
Yeah.
And it was like 7 paragraphs in a row.
Dude, fuck this movie.
It was just like word for word what I was saying. I was just, yeah. So if you want to watch this episode, it is on YouTube. Look up Horror Soup on YouTube. Check it out. It's good stuff. We already mentioned all the Patreon stuff at the beginning, so I'm not going to tell you what all that shit is, but patreon.com/horror soup. You can find all the stuff that I mentioned at the beginning that I'm not going to say what that shit is. There.
There.
All the other stuff is the Instagram is at Horror Soup. Our TikToks, Tough Guy has a horror movie monster draft. You can find that horror movie monster draft. You're at Night Shift Video. He used to do VHS stuff. He's not on there that much anymore, but he's gonna do it eventually. I'm gonna make him. I'm gonna tell him to gonna throw a VHS through his window. That's how you get it going.
Do it.
Oh, you can record me throwing it in through the window. And it's like I'm back, but then you got to get a new window. But it'll be worth it.
No, it's
the,
worth
the
it.
TikTok revenue, is gonna come
Yeah.
in. The TikTok for Horror Soup it's Horror Soup at Horror Soup. Twitter at Horror Soup sucks. Letterboxd, mine's Horror Soup Caleb. His is Night Shift Video. That's James. Tough Guys is at vibes_Cleveland. Damn, we need to get good at saying our names at the beginning of this so people know who we are.
Probably.
We didn't do an intro video before we started this.
It's all right. I put that in later. We just kind of
very
started
fun.
talking about. There was no other way to get into this without just like letting it happen because it was gonna get rough. It was gonna get real rough. I think that's everything.
Yeah.
Ross Lee, you're cool. He makes our music, intro and outro stuff. Tom, aka the Mutant Members Only Club, has done a bunch of our music in the past. Yeah. Don't watch Christmas with Cookie. Locked away. You can watch the first one.
Mm-hmm. Probably should.
I'm in a bad mood about it right now, but I know it.
I think I'll watch it on Christmas Eve.
I'd watch it again. Not this.
Mm-mm.
This was sad. I think we're doing Texas Chainsaw 22 next.
Sweet.
What are the other Christmas things we have going? There's like the Ginger Dead and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Christmas with Cookie.
Merry Christmas, guys. All right, you can end it. I'm done. I'm defeated.